everybody. How's everything going? What's happening? Anything new this week? Got a full chat room. Looks like 10 people already. Cool. Let's, well, I don't have things hooked up and plugged in because I was using them for something else. That's preparation for you. You go through and you do all your setups and your add-ins and you think you got it made, and then all of a sudden you realize you don't. You forgot something. I hate when that happens. How's everybody doing? Gonna get this turned on, and then we'll get things going. First, I'm gonna bring in my co-host, none other than the grumpy vlogger himself, which has taken on a new prospect lately. He's decided to start doing some I don't know what you call it. I'll just let you guys decide.
Oh my God, it's snowing. Oh my God, it's snowing. Oh my God, it's snowing. It's snowing. It's snowing. Oh my God, it's snowing. Oh my squirrel. It's snowing.
Squirrel.
Oh my God, it's snowing. Oh my God, it's snowing. It's snowing. It's snowing. Oh my God, it's snowing. Oh my God, it's snowing.
Oh my God, it's snowing.
I have become a meme.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing, Lloyd?
That was, well, I'm tired today, but you and I discussed that a little bit before the show. Judy's sleep patterns have got me completely screwed up, but, you know, it's, yeah, that was Chris from Sunrise Water Media. Put that together. Of course, it comes off of your show from last week.
Right.
I do not have the energy to, that's about as good as it's going to get tonight. I had a little more rest last week. It was like, oh, squirrel. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
I have been memed, Chris. It's, yeah. That's gone around the weekend, I'll tell you what. He said my mic's low. Let me crank her up a little bit. I can do that.
Yeah, I turned it up a little already.
Yeah. No. How's that? Is that a little hotter?
There you go.
All right. Yeah. So.
Looks like
Yeah,
Angela's
that
got
was
to
in it.
reboot her computer.
Yeah. But yeah, and it was actually quite an honor, you know, to you put in that. And you said last week, I knew last week something was coming. I just didn't know who would do it first, you know, or who would grab it. But that was well done. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am now the official YouTube weatherman.
Yep. Yep. And
Yeah.
there's only one way to describe it, and that's with the "Oh my God, it's snowing."
Yep. Yeah, that's it, you know.
Well,
And for those people that don't know, they need to go back and watch last week's show and get the whole thing in context, because I was discussing
no,
this show.
it's good the way it is.
It's good the way it is. Yeah, yeah. No, it really is, and yeah, it was hilarious. And, you know, hey, I might as well laugh at myself because everybody else is laughing at me. I might as well join in on the fun.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. Well, let's start saying hello to some folks. Rick Halbert was the first one in tonight. Sunrise Media is here. Art, Jody Drone Shots, Dumb Tube, Art Co, Little Brother Backwoods Droner. Speaking of my little brother, He's probably at the house by himself tonight. If y'all don't mind putting a little word in the back for my dad, he's in the hospital this week with pneumonia. So he's getting taken care of. Sunrise Water, that damn grumpy vlogger guy's in here again, man. I don't know. Mike B.
I know. That guy's... Somebody ought to ban him.
I know it. And Jody, Drone Shots, howdy. Chris Hope, thank you very much, Chris. I do appreciate that. Posting the links in there. That's always helpful. And Angela, of course, she's with us tonight. She just rebooted her computer, and she's waving in the background like Old Glory. She's also getting scolded by Nightbot. Apparently, she's been naughty. Nightbot got a hold of her. You know, my Nightbot doesn't get too many. Not very often, anyway. There's Tammy. Tammy's in the chat tonight, everybody. You all right, Lloyd? You look like you're straining on something
No,
there.
I was trying to figure out what she did that Nightbot would have got her for.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea, but we
There's
can
nothing there.
we can just add her to the story. What do you think?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Hey, Angela.
And we may have lost.
Hey guys,
You're live now.
How you doing, Angela?
how y'all doing? How's it going?
Doing good, doing good. We
That's
got
Thawed out.
camera bouncing around all over the place. There we go. Now it's settled in, I think.
Not too loud.
No, you're okay. You're
There's
quite
just
all
my head
right.
shaking.
I do have your video queued up to play tonight,
Oh, thank you.
and I've got to work on getting a couple other images brought into the feed that I got sent late, but apparently a water main break or something, and it created
Oh crap.
some pretty dramatic images of the elevation and all that kind of stuff. But before we get too far carried away, we have a very famous guest joining us tonight.
Who's that?
Someone we all know and love. Ready, set, drone, Mr. Kelly Shores.
Well, hey there. How you doing, Kelly?
Hey, Kelly.
Hey guys, can
Are
you hear me?
driving?
Just fine.
Yes.
I am driving.
We
Yes,
can
my,
hear you.
my son is assisting me. My son's assisting me.
Aw.
So I'll give you the quick version of the story here. I came up to Colorado for work on December 10th. February 10th. Sorry, that would be a long time. And then my kids flew up on 2 days later on the 13th, which was I think it was that Thursday or Friday. And so we went skiing together. They're not going to go for spring break, so I was already up here. You know, part of the trip was paid for by the client, so all good. Anyway, then all hell breaks loose in Texas, as you guys know. Water mains breaking, power out. My wife's there with the animals by herself, and she's calling us every day, telling us about no power, all of this stuff. And then our flights home get canceled. And then, so finally, we've been up here. We're flying back tomorrow, but we've been up here for about a week and a half. And so for the last 2 days, my son and I went up and snowboarded at Winter Park. So that's what we're driving back from. I didn't take into account the time change. So shame on me for that, Mel. That's why I'm driving.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's no problem.
It's good to be here. And Mel,
So
I have
much
to ask
trouble.
you, I have a question.
Yeah.
You drove, and it's good to see you, Lloyd. It's been a little while. Oh, Tate's going to help me out there.
Come on, Tate.
Mel,
Get it together.
You drove across country for a long time, many years, right? You've driven all over this country. Is that correct?
A couple of times.
Yeah. So I have a couple of questions because we were just on some pretty snowy and icy roads up in Winter Park.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what do you do in an 18-wheeler on those things? I mean, is the grip on that? Can you just hold it, Tate, for a minute? Is the grip on that as good as being in a car, or do you just have to slow way down, or what? I mean, it just seems like it would be white knuckle.
Well, it's a little bit different than being in a car, but not by much, because in a car, quite often, if you start to slide a little bit, if you just let off the throttle, chances are you'll be able to stop sliding. If you're not going too fast and you're not on a curve or a real crowned road or something like that.
Yeah.
In a truck, your trailer can actually start sliding and pull you off the road.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right, because it's a dual. It's a whole separate system back there, right? So
yeah.
That would be scary.
And you do have to be very, very gentle. And I'll tell you, I know that down in Texas you don't get to do a lot of winter driving. So I will give you the best tip for winter driving that anyone could ever give you.
Okay, let's hear it.
Never drive faster than the speed you wish to be traveling the moment you go in the ditch.
Oh, that's okay. So my daughter, this is the second time it snowed in Austin. It snowed about in early January. We had some snow as well, and my daughter was coming home from work, and she actually called me because and I told her just to let off the brake and to pump the brake slowly, and she did. She recovered, but I'm going to tell her that same advice. Never faster than the speed you want to hit the ditch at. That's good.
Yeah, never faster than the speed you want to be going when you hit the ditch.
And Lloyd, did you guys get a lot of snow as well?
Yeah, we got about, let's see, the first phase of it, we got about 6 inches, and then it rested for a day and came back in. Got about another 5 inches. So,
but that's not
yeah, we got a crap load.
You get snow. You get a little bit of snow every year, don't you?
Some years we haven't had a good snow like this, and we've had 2 or 3 snows now so far this year. But yeah, we got one year we had 24 inches in 2 days.
Oh wow!
So,
well, Muskoge's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that whole region is really pretty, and so I can imagine with some snow. Did you get to go out and fly in it at all? Fly a drone at all?
no, I didn't go outside at all. I'm not crazy. It's cold out. It was minus 9 degrees.
Yeah, we had minus 10 and 11 and stuff in this area.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I went flying
And
in the zero degree
yeah,
temperature.
well, you're young. I'm old. I fall. I break a hip, and I, you know.
What
Yeah,
were you flying?
she flies a Mavic 2 Zoom.
Mavic.
Oh.
Mavic 2 Pro.
And how?
Is it a
How did
Mavic
it
2
do- how
Pro
did it
or
do
a
with
Zoom?
Zoom.
Yeah, so it's a Mavic 2 Zoom.
How did it do in the snow?
It did pretty good. It didn't frost up or nothing. No, the battery kind of did drain a little faster than normal, but other than that, it was fine. I was
I've had very
surprised.
little
It
experience
was even
with
really
that.
windy.
Yeah, I mean they do good in the wind. You put them up there with as long as you got enough satellites, they'll hold their position pretty well. The craziest thing, I went up with Sean and Ed Ricker one time. Sean Oz and Ed Ricker up to Loveland Pass, and we tried to fly the original Mavic Mini up there. That's almost 12,000 feet. It's like 11,900 something feet, and it was 2 degrees Fahrenheit, and it was windy, just so windy up there. And basically, we got it up in the air, and then the thing just started sailing around in the wind. It was like a feather. Didn't weigh enough to hold its position.
Yeah.
So it got whipped around.
Yeah.
But, Sean wanted the views, so he was willing to sacrifice the drone for the views.
Sometimes you
I
gotta.
hated Loveland Pass. That just. I was so glad when they finally put the tunnel in.
Well, it's funny because so I've been through that tunnel. So when I drove up there, we drove up last weekend, and we went to Keystone, which is near where Sean lives in Dillon, Colorado, which is still near Silverthorne.
Yeah.
Anyway, drove through the tunnel on the way up there, and Sean suggested we drive up Loveland Pass on the way back, and they had a lot of snow. And I have to say, it was really pretty. It was a sunny day, though. The sun was out. There was not snowing. There was no wind, or very little. And it just looked like, you remember the planet Hoth from The Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah.
That's what my son said. He said, this looks like the planet Hoth from The Empire Strikes Back. Where's my tauntaun?
Yep. And we just had A $20 super chat. Thank you, Bill.
Super chat.
I appreciate that.
Woo!
Happy Sunday.
Was that Metro Drones?
It is.
Yes, it
Yes,
was.
way to go, Bill. Hey, and I also want to say hey to Rick Halber. I heard he was the first one. I heard you say he was the first one in the chat today. So good to see you, Rick. I hope you are doing well. I know you were in the hospital a little while back, but I hope you're out. I can't read the chat right now, so I don't know. But
No,
I hope you're doing well, Rick.
he's out of the hospital, but he's in a rehab facility. I talked to him, I think
Oh,
Friday.
good.
And
And
he's doing rehab on his legs and stuff 6 days a week and dialysis 3 days.
Wow.
So, but
wow.
he said
Well,
he's getting a little improvement. So
Good. That's the right direction. Even if it's slow, you just gotta. That's what we were snowboarding. I was trying to teach my son, and every run, I said, just get a little better every run, and you'll get better and better. And by the time we finished, he was doing great. So small improvements.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I texted him a little meme earlier, and I think it put a smile on his face. We texted back and forth for a minute. But
Well, speaking of memes, I had not seen that video of it snow. Oh my God, Chris with Sunrise Water Media. He's
That was
dangerous.
hilarious.
oh, you've not
where
you hadn't seen
Oh,
that?
that was good.
That was the first time I'd seen it. So where
That was the best.
did Chris put
Best
that?
thing ever.
Did he put it on his own channel, or what happened there? That was crazy.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
on his channel. Last week
Okay.
on my stream, we were talking about the weather and so forth, and Lloyd did that
With the
little
idiot's
thing, and I said, "Can you do that again?" So he did it again, and I said, "Yeah, that'll make a video clip later," and we kind of laughed about it. And then a couple days ago, Chris came up with that little YouTube short, I guess you could call it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that was great.
he texted me. He told me in chat on Ken Heron show Thursday night that he had a video coming out. And just so you know, all that high pitch, there's no voice editing. That's exactly how I sounded on the show. Because I was discussing it in Oklahoma. We'll stand out there, and Texas the same way. We'll stand out there, well, let me put a little more barbecue sauce on these ribs before that tornado sets down. I'll get them inside and get in the, we'll get in the storm shelter. But then
Right,
when it
right.
starts snowing,
We
it was
go
like,
on a porch and
oh my
watch.
God, it's snowing. And that's how that came about.
yep.
And
Well,
they
the
took the
crazy
clip
thing
and
about
ran with
this
it.
whole-
So
This whole snowing in Texas thing, the crazy thing to me is, I've been up here in Colorado for a little while, and I guess they just have the infrastructure to deal with it better, because I've been driving on icy roads, and it hasn't been a problem. It's just so weird that Texas was so unprepared. I don't want to get into it, but man, what a disappointment.
They had warning though. It's like some people could have winterized and they didn't. They didn't because they didn't believe it was going to get that bad.
Well, I'll tell you what happened to us. Our water heater broke. We have a tankless water heater, which is
Oh, no.
mounted outside of the kitchen. And my wife called me a couple days ago, and the water was just gushing out of it. So I told her how to turn off the main water to the house, which she did.
Mhm.
But apparently something inside the tankless froze. And I guess with the tankless, I didn't know this. It's 10 years old, so we've had it for a while, but we haven't had a freeze like that. But you're supposed to flush it and then power it down once you've flushed all the water out. Like you flush it, drain it, and then you turn it off until the freeze is over.
yeah.
I didn't know that. So so we might be getting a new tankless or something. I don't know.
Hey,
I'll have
your
to
insurance
find
I
out.
might
had a
cover
water
it.
heater hose all ready to go, and that thing froze.
No. Insurance won't cover it, Lloyd. I actually wrote to so I'm with State Farm, and basically what they said is it's like an appliance. So if it had damaged the house, like if the water had come in the house, and which it didn't because it was outside,
Right.
it would have covered that. But it's like it's like your dishwasher or
Okay.
your refrigerator. They consider
Yeah.
it an
Sure.
appliance, and so yeah. But lesson learned. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping it can be repaired, because those things are supposed to last for 20, 30 years. Those Renais, they're not cheap.
Expensive.
Yeah, they're supposed
But
to
they-
be
man, if you ever
pretty
Illinois is
good.
one of the best.
You ever used one of those things? It's so awesome. You never run out of hot water. Just turn it on and
Right,
take a
right.
shower forever.
Yep.
It's awesome when it works.
Yeah, yeah.
When it works, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and this
Not
was a
frozen.
different situation because they're just not, it's like you said, they don't have the infrastructure from. Doesn't matter how much warning they thought they were going to get. This storm went a lot further south, and of course we all know how weathermen are. They tell you it's the next apocalypse, and then you go out there and you get 3
Yeah.
snowflakes. And then the next time I said, no, you're just not going to get anything, and all of a sudden you got 24 inches on the ground, or
It's like the
10
boy who
inches on the
cried
ground.
wolf, right?
And it's just, yeah, especially in this part of the country. Like in Oklahoma, our weather changes so quick, we just never know. And
Well, I mean,
It's like-
hurricanes up there. I mean,
right,
tornadoes up there are a thing. I mean, they can come out of nowhere. You guys can
Yeah.
get hit.
oh
I remember
yeah,
when that one hit Joplin, Missouri, which is right near Oklahoma. Man, that just tore that whole place apart.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
That one
Well,
actually
we
started
had
in
the first-
Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
it did?
started in
And
Oklahoma,
blew into
moved into
Missouri.
Joplin.
Wow.
Yeah, we actually,
Wow.
Oklahoma had the first F5 tornado back in spring of '99, and
See if you can put it
that
up there.
did some devastation. Like it's like it was a mile wide and it traveled for almost 20 miles.
Wow.
Yeah,
On the
those
ground.
things
And
things get massive.
But
Well, I've never
tornadoes,
tried
we're
this
prepared for. We
live
got the-
streaming from a car before, but it seems to be working.
Yeah, as long as you're in a good cell area, it'll do fine.
Not doing a bad job
it's kinda
there.
Cool.
And you're I'm sure Denver's 5G. I don't know what your phone is, but
Make sure there's
Yeah, we
no
just-
jerks on the road for you.
Well, I'm literally in the center lane going, I'm just right behind, I'm not right behind him, I'm a few spaces behind somebody, like just kind of trying to focus on that center lane and not, let people go around me. I'm not going very fast either, but, because I was in a big hurry before, and then when I realized I wasn't going to make it, I just slowed right down. I was like, all right, I'm just going to enjoy the ride, so to speak. I have another question, truck driving question for you, Mel.
okay.
So, when I have to drive a long way, this is my drink of choice to keep me awake. It's the Starbucks Frappuccinos.
Okay.
What I do is I drink one of these, and then I eat sunflower seeds, and I fill this up with the seed shells. That I could drive 24 hours straight doing that. That's like my secret thing. Did you have any legal secret ways of staying awake?
Yeah.
Continue on I-70.
You just do it.
Okay.
You just do it.
Yeah. So never.
I was waiting for a tip.
Yeah. I mean, was it
foodie
coffee? Was
tip.
it
I
Mountain Dew?
I would drink a coffee in the mornings, a couple of cups or whatever, but as long as I had a cold bottle of water, I was good to go.
I'm a
Wow,
snacking
wow.
fan myself.
But
What do you snack on?
Me? I like
Yeah.
anything sweet. Anything sweet.
Okay.
Normally I get the little spice drops. I'll start with those. The little spice drops. I forget what they're called. I know they're spice drops something.
You ever had those candies called Zots? Has anybody ever had Zots before? Z-O-T-Z?
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
sound familiar.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
They're pretty hard to find, but they're like a sour outside, and then they have this powder in the middle that's like just crazy sour.
It
And
foams.
I love those things. Will keep me awake. They'll. I
I
think
would
there's
eat the
different
heck out of
variations
those.
on them. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're. Oh,
Plus,
Tate's got one
they-
there.
yeah.
He's showing you.
There you go.
Now, I don't know if this is the same as they used to, but they used to, when you bite into them, they'd foam up in your mouth, too. The powder would foam.
Yeah.
Like-
That's right. So Mel, I'm driving by right now on I-70. You know where that big? It's a big tower. A big plant that makes.
What happened?
It makes what?
Purina dog chow.
Oh,
Here,
you cut out there a little bit.
Mel, I don't know if you guys have ever been through Kansas, but do you know where Goodland, Kansas is?
Yep.
So Goodland is where my grandparents were, and my dad was born there. My dad was raised there, and we would always go up to visit. But the way we would get to Goodland is from Houston, because that's where I grew up. We would fly from Houston to Denver, and then my grandparents would come pick us up in Denver, and we'd usually stay a night or two and do something in Denver and then go back to Goodland. And so this Purina dog chow plant that's right on I-70, like I can remember it from the time I was just 5 or 6 years old driving past it.
Oh, wow. Been there a while.
You want to know something? I can remember it from when
that?
I was 5 or 6 years old.
You remember
It's
it?
been there
You remember driving past it?
There.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I grew up there. Yeah, it's been there it was there all my life. You know, I didn't know it was still there, but yeah, it's.
Well, so funny thing about Goodland, if you go into Goodland, if you ever drive through there again, on Main Street is a auto shop, I think it's Napa now, called Shores Brothers, and it's my grandfather and his brother started it, and it's still called Shores Brothers. My cousin runs it now. Yep.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
If you ever need something repaired on your car in Goodland, Kansas, go in and tell them you know me and see if that helps.
There you go. Well, we're at the bottom of the hour, so I need to do a little bit of nonsense here real quick. I need to let everybody know that if you want to email me here at the channel, 400agluploads@gmail.com is the way to do that. And then if you by chance actually want to send something, DJI, 400AGL PO Box 12, Holiday, Tennessee, 38341 is the way to do it. And while I'm on the topic, I'm going to mention just one time. This is the middle of February, and there's still about 5 weeks left on the Mavic Mini Fly More giveaway contest from 400AGL, giving away a Mavic Mini Fly More combo. See my channel and video for details on how to win.
That's awesome.
And we're back.
Woo.
Yeah.
Wow. Like an old radio guy there. I mean, that's like prime time radio, drive time radio. Thanks to our sponsor, Shores Brothers Auto Parts in Goodland, Kansas. Your home for the muffler.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Well, just remember, everybody, if it's cold outside and you need a muffler around your neck or a muffler for your car, contact Shores Brothers.
The coolest thing, and I think you would appreciate this, is I've got some really old school trucker hats, caps that say Shores Brothers Auto Supply, Goodland, Kansas, from like the 80s. That I guess my grandfather had them made of.
Oh, that's
but
cool.
He gave us a whole bunch of them. Yeah, I mean they're very tacky, but that's what makes them cool.
Wow.
You can bring back that
you
style
said the
now.
80s, and you called it old
I think
school.
they were made in the 80s. Yeah,
That's
okay,
not old
okay.
school.
You may be right there.
I was thinking
We've talked about
50s.
It's
this.
getting
You
there.
know,
Nostalgia.
and
Nostalgia.
kids.
I mean, the 80s was a good, 30 years ago? 40 years ago? I mean,
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's amazing.
It's been
30
40 years
saw
since
something about-
1981.
What was the movie? I just saw something about, it was some movie a temporary movie, and it was like the 50th anniversary of blah, 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 like Star Wars. That came out almost 50 years ago. Crazy.
Well, I was born
Yeah,
83, so.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left
You-
onto
Well, you're a youngster then.
Born in 83.
Yeah, you're just a kid.
Goodness gracious.
1983. Times were good,
I was
sort
already
of.
on my third
that was
marriage
a-
by 1983.
You want to know?
I don't
You
remember
want to
that
know? You want to know something interesting about the year 1983?
Oh no.
Please.
What's that?
Is before the year
1983 was the last time that they actually had ice on the Arkansas River. I got a couple of photos. That's the boat ramp down here by the railroad trestle, facing, and I don't remember what that plant is, but in the background near the horizon is downtown Port Smith, and that's the Arkansas River. And then if you turn the thing around and point it 180 degrees the other direction, you're looking at my favorite railroad bridge with the Van Buren rail yard in the foreground there at the edge of the river, and then the city of Van Buren along the river there. And if let's see, if I bring this one up here, bring it to about, I'll bring it to about there, then I'll flip it over here and let it play. And there's no audio on this. This is direct out of the drone off the SD card, just to give everybody a little preview of my next video that's coming. I did a nice little orbit around that dredge. I believe that's a dredge where they scrape the sand and stuff up off the bottom of the river, and then you can see the conveyor that would load it into a barge, and then the barge would haul it away. A couple days ago, that was completely surrounded by the ice. But by the time I got out flying, when it was quite a bit warmer, a lot of the ice had started to melt. So I chose not to, but you can see where the ice didn't get in the center portion of the river, but it certainly covered a good amount. And I finally remembered to turn Kelly and Angela's mics back on because I had forgotten earlier.
It's really pretty.
So this was
was
just a few days ago, Mel?
This video was shot yesterday.
Wow.
I see that power line
Man.
coming close to.
Angela, where do you live?
I live in Central Texas, Nevada.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of Nevada. I've been calling it wrong. I've been calling it Nevada.
Like near
well, the closest
I-35?
Highway 78.
Oh,
The closest major city is Dallas. I'm like 30 minutes south of Dallas.
Okay.
Well, maybe a good hour.
Are you near Grandview? You know where Grandview is?
Yeah, I know where that one's at, but that's on the other side.
Okay.
Can't remember which direction. I'm horrible with directions.
Texas,
that's why my name.
Texas is back to regular temperatures now, right? That's what my wife said. It's like in the 40s today. Should be the 50s tomorrow.
Yeah, that's about right.
I think I saw 62 on my car thermometer.
Well, that'll thaw that ice right out. I talked to my wife the other day while I was up here. She was sitting on the front porch listening to the ice crack and drop from the trees. So it was starting to warm up and it was all thawing, and you could just hear it going, just every so often just cracking out of the trees because we had so much accumulated up on the gutter and on the trees and stuff like that. It was crazy.
Yeah.
You want to see something else crazy?
Yeah.
I believe this is a water main break that caused a landslide. I'll have more information on it later, but this image was just sent to me like literally minutes ago. But I wanted to share it with everybody. And up on the top of that hill is a bunch of houses and stuff, and right at the very top edge left corner of the image, you can't really see it, but there's a gravel road up there, maybe some kind of road, and then on the other side of the road are structures, and on the downhill side of the road is where the water supply came from that caused that landslide. But you can see how big it is. I mean, covers the K-rail and the
Oh,
center
yeah, buddy.
divider and all that, and makes that big old plow truck look like a tinker toy.
Sure
That's
does.
just mud
That
Big old
that got
sandbox.
pushed
Just-
down.
That's just mud. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully
And-
nobody got hurt.
That was sent to us. That's over in West Virginia. That was sent to us by Brian from My Adventures. And
Wow.
just right place, right time. He's the only one that got video of it that he knows. Aerial video, anyway. So
Yeah.
he happened
Very,
to get
very
some
cool
good video
stuff.
of that. Yeah, I thought so.
And you wouldn't really be able to tell quite the scope of it from the ground. I mean, you'd be able to see up the side of the hill, but not like it is right there where you can tell it just poured down, crossed the road, crossed that barrier.
Right.
That's
So you
insane.
can figure that dump truck is, well, let me switch back over to the image and make sure I turn your mics back on. That dump truck with the plow and everything on the front is probably, I'm going to say, 40 feet long. So I'm guessing you could probably put about 15 of those dump trucks across there. So you're looking
Yeah.
at a 600-foot span, maybe. Hello, Ron.
That's crazy.
Um,
That would have been cool capture though.
would have been cool to capture as it happened, yeah. But
Yeah.
now this being just a still image, I haven't seen the video yet, so I don't know. That still might be flowing water right there, for all I know at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't have all the.
Flowing mud.
We just got our own.
Yeah,
We just got our own brand new waterfall.
yeah. There you go.
It's brown. If you
Right?
like brown water, there you go.
Right. And
Mississippi
Feature,
overflowed.
City feature.
inbox. Where did you send it, Ron?
Oh, actually, Grandview is a almost 2-hour drive. So that's not too bad.
Okay, so you're
Hour
further
and 33
west then.
minutes.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
I'm south, but yeah, northeast from Dallas. About 30 minutes northeast from Dallas.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so you're pretty close to
Yeah.
Lloyd then, actually.
Yeah, about a couple hour drive from the border.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Yeah.
3 of him.
Probably closer. She's probably closer than you are. You know.
Well, I've told you, Lloyd. I mean, I've driven through Muskogee a few times on the way.
Yeah.
My kids
Yeah.
used to go to camp in the Ozarks in Missouri, so we would always drive up
Right?
through Dallas and then cut over through Sherman Denison, cross the Red River, and then go
Right.
into
Yeah.
that whole area around Muskogee. I'm trying to think of the other town, Durant, Oklahoma as well. Have you
Durant,
ever met,
yeah.
by the way, have you ever met Stingray Aerials? You know who that is?
No. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know who he is.
I
I know
remember
he lives
Stingray
here in
Aerials.
Oklahoma.
He lives in Durant. He's from Durant.
In Durant.
So
yeah.
Oh, cool.
I've chatted with him a couple times, and Durant's real pretty because you get that. And then trying to think of it, McAllister. That's the other town that I think
You're
is
right.
really pretty. If I was
McAllister.
going to live in Oklahoma, I think McAllister, because it's got right on the lake there. It's got kind of some hills over on one side and then the lake on the other side.
Isn't
Real
that
pretty.
where Reva McIntyre's from? Is McAllister?
I did not know
Stringtown,
that.
Yeah.
Somewhere near there, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Stringtown,
think so.
which is where the prison is at. You know, I don't know if she had family. No, Reba McIntyre, Vince Gill, are both from Oklahoma. Toby Keith
Yeah. Toby Keith.
and what's a knothead that?
Garth Brooks.
Yeah, that's it. That was a knothead I was trying to think of.
Speaking of knotheads,
lot of
I got a video sent in by a knothead. Y'all want to see it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna turn your mics back on, and now she's gonna get all embarrassed because she knows she's not a knothead. This is some Texas video for you,
Wow.
Kelly.
It's like right next to me. That lake is about
That's
100
just a little
feet
south of
away
Dallas.
from me.
Doesn't look thick enough to walk
north
on
of
yet.
Dallas.
Oh, absolutely not.
North of Dallas.
So what'd you do? Find a gas station to park in there, Kelly?
No, I'm at the hotel near
Oh.
the Denver airport.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, we weren't too far. Out, but yeah, it was just real trafficy leaving. A lot of people had gone up to ski today, I think, and we're all driving back. So I got stuck in that. But just sitting here in the car, enjoying the sunset, enjoying the conversation.
There you go.
Yeah, it's good to get to chat with you.
I'll send you another
Yeah, for
email.
sure.
I'll send you another email after the show, Kelly, talking about something else. But so that's
Okay.
Angela just never ceases to surprise me with her video
that's so
talent
pretty.
and her editing talent. She just
What are the circles that we're seeing?
that's water where
That's
the
just,
ice is
Yeah,
where it's not ice.
melting.
Doesn't it almost look like amoebas or some kind of like
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a parasite
Bacteria.
or microscopic.
bacteria?
Bacteria.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. It's amazing
forgot
how
what
much
those,
it looks like.
Petri dishes.
Petri
Yeah.
dish. It's almost like you're looking through. Well,
Yeah.
now of course there you can see the water real clear, but those other ones, I would have never. If you told me it was a Petri dish through a microscope, I might have believed it.
I wonder how she edited that video into this lake stuff. Oh, now there's some flowing ice. Look at that. You can see it moving with the current in the lake.
Yeah, I didn't see that until I started to edit the video.
Yeah, too bad
That's
because
kinda
you
bad.
could have slowed down and got a little more of it. But that's cool.
I know.
Nice
I
job.
got down
No, that
to
was-
like
Like
19
what is-
meters. Oh, thank you.
Nice job.
Yeah, I was like getting down to
Yeah.
19 meters on it. And I'm like, 19 meters. I don't feel comfortable going any lower. Before it starts saying
Angela,
landing.
I have to tell you, every time I use the metric system, every time I reference the metric system, I get so much hate from people. They're like, "Why are you calling? What?
Oh, gosh.
Say it in feet." I'm like, "Well, sorry,
10 feet.
it's whatever your controller is set to, right? The app
Yep.
is set to. You can set it
Yep.
to Imperial, or you can and
Yeah,
I don't know.
you
I
can
just
set it
kind of
either.
like the metric system. I'm gonna say something controversial here, but it makes more sense than inches and feet. It's all based on tens, so it's real easy to figure out.
I like the meters.
Yeah.
There you go. Let
Well,
the
hello,
chats
Matt.
go.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, 3D
I'm just so
printing.
used to it,
I
so
had
I've
to
always used-
start doing stuff in metric.
Yep.
Well, and even if you're
just
building a
like-
drone, they're always millimeters, right? They're different millimeters of thickness for the frames and different millimeters for the little screws you put in and stuff like that. Really, you should know both, of course. Basically, if you know meters, then 19. You said you're at 19 meters. That's about 60 feet, right? So that's still a decent
was
height.
good.
But if you're
Yeah.
flying over icy water, I wouldn't have risked it either.
20
if you lost
feet's high
that drone
enough.
down there.
20 feet's high enough over
Yeah.
water.
Maybe I should change it to feet.
Now Mel's the
I know,
guy.
I-
Mel's the guy who's put his Mavic 2 into an Inspire before. So be careful what advice he gives you on drone flying.
Yeah. That's when you let
Yeah.
someone else do it. But when you're doing
He
it,
tried to
I've had my
cut my
ask
fingers off.
Rick Halber. I flew with Rick Halber at Folsom Lake out in California in sport mode, 15 feet off the water. Just
It
zooming.
looks cool.
Just zooming.
Actually, the very first time I ever met Mel, you know what we did? We actually did the active track for the Mavic 2, or it might have been the Mavic Pro, whatever, one of them with active track chasing his Inspire. Remember that? We did that
Yep.
out there at Old Settlers
Yep.
Park, right next to your truck, and it worked great. I have to say that the Inspire was a big enough target that the Mavic could follow it if you got the active track working, and it really worked well.
As long as I didn't stop or make any sudden movements with the Inspire.
If it was going in a fairly straight line
That's
or
crazy.
a slow curve,
And-
you could set the active track.
Yep, and
it
that's
would
what
work.
happened, and that's how I had the collision that I had was pilot B wasn't a pilot, and A1, pilot A, Mel, didn't take into consideration the fact that the Mavic may not stop if I stop the Inspire. And that's what I did. I stopped the Inspire, and the Mavic didn't know it until it was too
It
late.
just ran into it.
Yeah.
And by the way, I was not pilot
Yeah,
B.
just
I
let
was
me
not pilot B.
clarify.
That was somebody else.
No.
I was not Pilot B
Yeah.
either.
It was no. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Pilot B was someone up there in Fort Wayne, Indiana with me. Yeah, so it's not a big deal.
If Chris is watching, he can sample that. I was not Pilot B. I was not Pilot B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
So,
one.
you want to see another video real quick?
Nobody wants to be Pilot B.
I think I've got one queued up here. Let me see.
No.
Yeah, I got something going on here.
Well, I don't know, because then
I don't know
I
what
can
music
see.
there might be. I might have to. I'm going to mute it and then see. But I got to turn. This time I remembered to turn Lloyd's mic back on. Sorry, Lloyd. I know I didn't do that before.
That's all right.
And
Is that a snowmobile?
timeout.
okay.
Put you in a timeout.
That's a off-road ATV, like a four-seater.
Oh.
Oh, one of
Through snow.
Ron Lockwood's video.
Yeah, it's got music on it, and I don't know where he got the sound, so I'm not going to play the music. I'll get a copyright strike. Them copyright
Look at the
people
shadow
seem to be
reference.
on me. If I play somebody else's video with music in it, in 30 minutes after the live stream, I've got an email with a copyright claim.
Well, it's a robot, right? It's AI that's doing all that.
It's crazy.
Our robot overlords.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is going to be Ron
So,
Lockwood.
Mel,
Yeah, I think
really
this is
liked
probably
your music.
360 video, the way it's looking.
that-
I really
that's
liked your
awesome.
intro music.
Yeah?
What was that from? What source were you using for the intro music? Because I was digging it.
All of my music is YouTube music out of the
Okay.
YouTube library.
Well, it's good. That track you have for your countdown is really nice. I like it.
Wow, okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Hey, you do a really good job on your intro. For
Tell us about the
countdown.
video,
Yeah.
Ron.
That is cool.
That looks like so much
Yeah,
fun on
this-
that 4x4.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And I'm
ATV,
curious,
I mean,
which
sorry.
does he say?
Yeah, this is
I don't know
definitely
which-
off
which
of his
three-
360.
Yeah, I knew it was a
Which
360.
360 was he
yeah.
using?
I think it's the Insta 361.
Okay, that looked really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I've seen him put up there in the chat before one of the other shows, which one it was, but I can't remember.
Yep. And I don't know if
I've
Tammy's
slept-
brother
well,
Tony
actually,
is
I
still
haven't slept
in
since
chat,
then.
but if he is, hello Tony, how you doing? I never did see him, but Tammy said he was in there. So the
See Matt from Northwest Drone Productions.
yeah,
Showed up.
I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna save that Insta 360X2. Insta 362.
Yeah, that's
I
what I was
guess.
thinking. It's the 1X2.
361X2.
Okay.
Yeah, the
So-
1X. I've never played with the 1X2. Sean has one, and I held it, and it's really heavy, but it's that same tall form factor. It's like kind of sticks up. It's like it looks like a little popsicle almost. And then the difference, I think, with it's got a bigger battery, so it's got a really long battery life compared to some of the other 360 cameras. Like it's actually bigger than the GoPro's Max as well. But this whole ski trip, I've been shooting with the GoPro Hero 9 as well as the GoPro Max. And one of the videos I want to make from all this is, are you guys familiar with the media mod for the GoPro? It's like a little case that goes around it that allows you to connect stuff to it and has a microphone built in. Have you seen that?
Right.
So basically, I did
I
some
haven't seen
testing
it.
of the media mod up on top of the mountain with the wind blowing real hard to see how much better the audio is with it versus without it.
Oh,
So,
okay. That'll be cool.
It's supposed to make a big difference. Yeah, I that's always been my problem with action cameras is the audio's so bad. You know, the quality of audio you get is just rotten off of those things usually. But
Yeah.
this is supposed to
Yeah.
make a big difference. So I'm curious to see. I haven't looked at the footage. It was all shot today.
Oh, we look forward to seeing
I hope
it
it
on
turned
your
out pretty
channel.
good.
I can't reach my case. It's not within reach. I was going to say, that's why you
Yeah.
use a digital audio recorder.
Yeah, I just hate syncing thing
Uh,
after everything afterward.
Well, if you use Premiere Pro, it's a couple of clicks of the mouse button. It's too easy. No, but thank you.
Uncle
Well,
Mel's got an
especially
answer
people
for
like me
everything.
Don't want to spend that kind of money.
Well, it is.
Sure does.
I was, occasionally Brian will call me and ask me to help him edit video with Premiere Pro. And we'll do it on screen share with Skype. And he was expanding the track all the way out so that you could see each frame at a click.
Each little dot.
And then he was trying to line the audio up, the audio track, because it was a music video. So he was trying to line the audio track up with where the guy was singing so that it would sync with his lips when you played the audio track from the song. And I said, Brian, what are you doing? He goes, well, I got to do this for every one of these little bitty clips. And he had, I'm going to say, making a music video, you're doing 20 clips and they're all 30 seconds long. So you got to do this 20 times. I said, no. Go like this. Right click here. Go there. Synchronize. Check mark audio. And then hit OK. And it goes, and it does its thing and it synchronizes the audio. So
Saved him some time.
So you take the audio from your video clip with your camera and your separate recorded audio, you sync those in post, delete your camera audio that sounds like crap, and you're golden.
Yeah. No, I'm familiar with it. It's more of a convenience thing for me of wanting to be able to do something with just an action camera and have good audio. But Mel, have you ever heard of Pluralize? You know what Pluralize is? It's a plugin for Premiere. It's made by Red Giant. They make a whole bunch of different plugins, and you don't even have to open a timeline. You can just tell it what folders the audio tracks and the video tracks are in, and it'll do a batch of every audio and every video track without putting them into a timeline. So if you're shooting for more than like 50 clips or 100 clips, and you don't want to have to do that synchronize every single clip, you can use Pluralize, and it automates that whole process. So there are ways to do it. I'm just always interested in getting the best audio. Like you said, it's crap on your camera generally if you're using the built-in mic. So I'm trying to get the best audio possible, and that's why I like that little media mod with the mic built in. It's like a little tiny shotgun mic that has a windsock on top of it. Yeah. And I'm really curious because it was super windy on top of that mountain today, and I did a lot of talking into it, and I want to see how that audio turns out from talking into it.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
And speaking
plus with the...
I just saw in the chat.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Lloyd.
I just going to say, you was asking about Rick Halber. He said it's going to be about a month before he gets out.
Wow.
Yeah. So
well, Rick, I hope we can all come together and support you, of course. And then, man, I'll tell you the best thing I think about YouTube. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're in rehab, doing that kind of stuff to help you get healthy again, or if you're traveling, or if you're at home, we can all still get together like this, which is awesome.
Yep. It's a great way to get everybody connected, stay connected. So.
Meet new people.
But you know what? We're up at the top of the hour. That means the show is about over.
Wow, already?
Funny how time flies, isn't it?
My son's been sitting here patiently, and I'm sure he's pretty hungry because we skipped lunch today.
Yeah, well, we'll let you guys go, Rick, Kelly, and Tate, and I appreciate you taking the time to come in, and I'll send you another
from the car.
Send you another email there, Kelly, in a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk, man. It's been too long. Lloyd, Angela, it's really good seeing you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Always good seeing you, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly.
Well, I guess I'll drop out here, and I'll be talking to you guys. And I missed my live stream last Friday, or I guess 2 nights ago, just because of the traveling. But I'll be on next Friday live, so if you guys can join, I'd love to have you in there.
Well, have a safe plane ride home, and if something else happens, you can just rent that car and drive home.
Yep.
That's the plan. If we get another canceled plane
out of Denver.
Oh, I heard about that. Was that the explosion yesterday?
Yeah, they lost an engine on takeoff.
Yeah, my son told me about that. So my daughter actually flew home. She had to get to work. We could get one ticket. We could upgrade or change one flight for her to get out, but we couldn't do all 3 of us. So she flew home. She had to work. All good. And then we stayed until Monday because that's as soon as we could get the 2 of us. So yes, we're on Southwest. Hopefully the engines will stay intact. Go.
Yeah.
What is the 737 MAX?
Yay.
Yeah.
All right, Kelly, safe travels.
All right.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys. Okay,
Thank
take
you.
care.
See you, Kelly.
See you later. Next time.
And then there were 3.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
You know what that means, Angela?
I didn't do it.
You got anything
Can't
exciting
make me.
You got anything exciting coming up?
Well, I got the next 2 days, well, Wednesday and Thursday. As soon as that rolls around, I got those 2 days off coming up.
Well, you're going to do some more ice flying, are you? Maybe it'll be melted by
Better
then.
by then.
Maybe it'll be melted
I
by
have to do
then.
some camping.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming in and joining, Angela. I
Well,
appreciate
thanks for
it.
having me. Show
And
my video. I appreciate that.
we'll see you next week.
Y'all
Bye.
take it easy.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Angela.
Bye. Take it.
Okay, and then there were 2.
There's 2. Yeah.
So you're doing your podcast stuff. I've seen that going on. You still going to do your
Yeah,
show on Monday
I'm
night, or are you just going to do the podcast stuff
Oh
right
yeah.
now?
Yeah. No. I'll do my live show on Mondays. I'll be doing. I'm doing the video podcast on my YouTube channel in lieu of. I've been using StreamYard to stream it, but I've come up with a different method that's starting this next week. I'll be doing it different. And
Okay.
I can strip the audio right out using the same software that I use to record with, and actually, my editing. I can just strip the audio out, and then I'll put it up on. I have actually 3 podcast places that I'm hosting it right now. You can
Yeah.
find it on Spotify. You can find it on in the iTunes store under podcast and stuff like that. And that's just the audio tracks.
Okay.
And once I get that all tightened up and cleaned up a little bit better, the way I want it, the format will roll easier. But yeah, I'll still be doing my Monday shows.
Okay. Well, sounds good. I'll
Yeah.
see you probably tomorrow night.
Yeah. I hope you'll be there.
If all goes well and I don't have any more troubles.
There you go.
Angela, that's just wrong. Do it again, I dare you. She's holding this fork of meat up. Yeah, see there? She got steak and potato and everything there. Well, I tell you.
And I'm sitting there, my stomach is grumbling. It's
Yeah.
like, really?
Yeah.
You're right. That's just wrong.
So, and I talked about it once, but I'm going to talk about it once more. Go look for the video that says "Win Me" because I'm giving away a Mavic Mini Fly More combo on April 4th. The contest ends April 1st. You have the 2nd and 3rd to email me with your best guess as to the correct number of times that I mentioned giving it away. And so on this live stream, it counts for 2 because I've done it twice.
Yep.
And there's a hitch in the get-along, though. And if you didn't pay attention to the video, you may not have caught it. But on April 4th, when I do the giveaway, you must be present to win. So,
And just to screw everybody up, just so they don't, they have to pay real close attention to the rules, because it doesn't matter if I go say, Mavic Mini giveaway, Mavic Mini giveaway, Mavic Mini giveaway. That don't count.
that's another video clip. Yeah.
Anyways.
That
doesn't count, folks.
Yep. So 2 on this live stream. And I'll even give you a little hint. There was 1 on the live stream last week. So that's a total of 3 so far. And that's all I'm giving you. But
She finds the version, says, okay, 3 more times. Thanks, Lloyd. I wouldn't count those 3.
all right, Lloyd, thank you.
They don't count. All right, thanks.
We'll
for having me.
We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right. See you later, folks.
What do you want, woman? Hang on a minute. Let me go over here. Let me click this. Turn on the audio. What do you want, woman? You got your mic off. I got your mic on. What'd you do? I can't hear you. I don't know what she's doing over there.
Difficulty.
Oh, okay.
I was saying bye to Lloyd.
Oh, she,
Bye,
I was like-
Angela.
she was saying bye to Lloyd. Okay.
Okay.
Hello,
Bye,
Kai.
Angela.
Yeah.
All right. Jeez.
Have a good one.
But the stuff I put up with, I tell you what.
You get what you pay for on this show, buddy.
Well, you know, I'm going to just have to double your wages again, ain't I?
You are. Definitely. Definitely going to have to double my wages.
Yeah, do something with your wages. That's for damn sure. No, what? Yeah, double them. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, double my wages. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you
Wait
what
to
we're
see
going to
that
do.
check.
I'm going to start the outro. Tell everybody have a good evening. Doc Murdoch, I see you in there. Chris Hope, thank you for posting the links this evening. I really do appreciate it. Kai with Lone Star, I see you're in there. RC Fun, I see you in there, came in late. I think that's the only folks that came in late. Anyway.
Yeah. We got Matt. We talked.
Yep,
we said
I mentioned
him.
Matt earlier. Yep. All right, everybody.
Lockwood. Yeah.
So that'll be the end of that. Good night, Lloyd.
Good night, Mel, and good night, everybody out there.
We'll see you tomorrow. And that's going to be the end of the show, you guys. Metro Bill, I appreciate you with that $20 super chat. You have no idea. You really have no idea right now how helpful that's going to be. Grant, hello, welcome. And you're a bit late, and you're too late because it's all over but the crying. And I'm going to click here and click there and click there and click there, and we'll say, I know you could have been anywhere. You chose to be here, and I really do appreciate the support, y'all. I really do. Thank you. Have a good night. Fly safe, fly legal, fly smart.